hello. How you all doing? Hope you're doing great. So, yeah, as promised, I'm here to deliver the the tutorial on how to fill the application form. So, I'm on study info page. So, this is study info, and you can change the language. So, if you open the Finnish version, you can always come here at the as you can see here, it shows English. So if you click here, if your preferred language is Finnish, then you can change to Suomi. But if you see Suomi or this, so like Finnish or Swedish, then you can also choose English, okay? All right, so this is the page, and you just have to scroll and you see autumn joint application to higher education from the first. So it started yesterday and it ends on the 11th of September. Okay. And you must submit your application by 3 p.m. on the 11th of September. People always get the like it's automatic that deadlines are 11:59 p.m. but this is not the case, so please don't wait. You must submit your application form by the 11th of September 2023 at 2025, sorry, at 3 p.m. Okay. All right, so you can apply to 6 programs using just one application form. That's very important. So do not submit your application form with just one program, thinking, oh, I still have to apply to another program. I have to submit another application form. No, you use just one application form for the 6 programs. And when, like just like it stated, you can apply for up to 6 programs. It doesn't mean that you must apply to 6 programs. No, you can apply to 2 programs. You can apply to 1 program. If you don't have any other programs, or you feel like, oh, I just want to focus on this one, then it's fine. You can apply to 2, you can apply to 3, you can apply to 4, you can apply to 5, you can apply to 6. You cannot apply to more than 6 programs, but you can apply between 1 to 6. So it's not binding that you must apply to 6. No. If you have just 2, if you have just 3, if you have just 4, if you have just 1, if you have just 5, you can apply. Okay. All right. So here they will take you to the application form. If you want to look at the study programs that are available, you can come here, for example, because not all study programs are available during this application. So you can come here and you scroll to see the programs that are available. Remember, I talked about you finding your programs and keeping them somewhere. So you don't have to do this now. But if you haven't, you can go through the programs again. It is better to do it here than you doing it on the application form. That's not the good start. So yeah, it's more visible. You can see the different programs and then you make your choice. Okay. All right. So we are done with the programs and now we are ready to apply. What should we do? Let's go back and then take a look at the application form. Or what I can do is I can just try to apply to the business program. Let's see. So for example, oh, I love this business program from Southeastern Finland, or it's too much, then I choose Karelia University of Applied Science because they have the fees is 9,000. And when I click here, they have a scholarship between 10 to 30%. Okay, I want to apply to this program. So I will just come here. Okay, I will fill the application form. So they will ask you, pay attention to this. Most of you come to login. If you do not have Finnish banking credentials, so which means if you are not living in Finland, that's what it means. If you are not living in Finland, obviously, if you are not living in Finland, you don't have a stay in Finland, there's no way you have these things. So this is not for you. You don't have to log in here. This is what you have to do. Continue without login. This is where you should click. Don't go to the login. This is only for those who have been living here in Finland. Okay. So if you've been living in Finland, this is for you. All right. Okay. So I'll go back. Yes, I want to leave that site. So this is filling the application form. Don't click on the login, please. So you can just go to continue without logging in. So when you continue without, it will take you to this is the application form. I really love it. Very simple. Okay, you don't have to feel so like it doesn't have so many. You don't need to put in so many information. Like it's just 23 answers that you need to fill, but they are not that too much, if I can put it that way. So now you can read the instruction on how to fill the application form. So these are all the instructions. So they even ask you if you have questions about the application or admission criteria, please contact the higher education institution admissions services. Also, when you click here, you can contact them if you have any question. So how to choose a program, they will explain it to you like here, telling you about you need to like apply. You have the option to apply to up to 6 programs. So for example, I'm applying to Bachelor of Business Administration. That's what I want to study. So it's already here, but I need to choose other business programs from different universities. So this one is in Karelia University of Applied Science in UNSO. But maybe I really want to apply for in Turku. I will choose. You just click add. So you see now you have 2 programs. And if I'm like, okay, I changed my mind. I don't want to go to Turku anymore. I will just come to remove. That's simple. If I'm like, okay, maybe I should apply to Agahelia, I'll add. See, you understand. If I want to apply to, let's say, okay, I can combine the industrial management program, still in Karelia University, I add it. Maybe I can apply also for hospitality management, I add. If I want to see more programs, I will just come here, show more. They will show me more programs. All right. So how many programs do I have? I have 4. It's remaining 2 if I'm still interested. But if I don't want to, then I shouldn't. And you can apply to both master's and bachelor's program with the same application form. So now I want to look at the possibility of a master's program in business administration. So there is one in Turku, there's one in Helsinki. So, okay, let me choose the master's in Helsinki. I want to choose another master's program, let's say in Oulu. So I choose this. So when you look at it, let's see. I have 6 programs. I've chosen my 6 programs. So if you look at this, in this application, you can apply to 6 study programs. So there is no way I'm going to move forward with selecting the programs because there are 6 already. But if I feel like I want to change, like I said, you just come here, remove. When I remove this, you see that I'll have now options to add programs. You understand? Okay, so yeah, personal information, your given names, your first name, you write it here, preferred name. So if my first name is Tabi Emilia and I want people to call me Tabi, you just put Tabi here. So it's just simple. what do you prefer people to call you? If I want Emilia, I'll put Emilia here. So your surname is your family name. So for the nationality, you just come here. You'll be able to find your country. Let's say I'm from Cameroon. So let's see. I'm going right up. This should be in C. So this is Cameroon. So I'm from Cameroon. Immediately I click Cameroon, they will ask me if I have a Finnish personal identity code. You do not have a Finnish personal identity code. So this should be no. And when you click no, this Finnish personal identity code, this option here will disappear. Please, I in the previous application, during the previous application, most students were asking me, oh, they're asking for Finnish personal identity code. I don't have. You don't have because you don't live in Finland. Okay. So if you click yes here, you must fill it, but you don't have, so it's no. And you see it disappears. Then you have to put your date of birth, your gender. So date of birth, you just click here and you fill it. A day, DD means day, MM month, YYY year. And then your gender, either you're a female or a male. I love the fact that there's just two. Place and country of birth. So you write it. Passport number. You have to put your passport number. National ID number. Remember, this is not mandatory. National ID number is not mandatory. It means that you can either fill it or you can leave it like that. But your passport number is important. Even though it's not showing mandatory, but it's important. Why is it not mandatory? It's not mandatory because there's a possibility that you may be filling this application form without your passport. There will be a time where you must upload your passport. You see it there. So you have to fill that. And then your email address is mandatory because that's the only form of communication that they will have with you. So type in the right email and make sure you have your password for that email, because I know students who are like, oh, I forgot my password. I don't know. I can't log in. So make sure you have a working email. And that's why they ask you to rewrite your email again. Write it again so that you're sure. Your mobile phone number is very important. Your country of residence. Also, I can be a Cameroonian, but I'm living in Finland. But now I'm filling this as someone who is not in Finland. You can be a Cameroonian, maybe you are living in Iceland. You can be a Cameroonian, you're living in Mexico. So you have to choose where you are living. But if you're a Cameroonian living in Cameroon, then your country of residence is Cameroon. Now you need to provide an address. I'm from Cameroon. We don't have house address. I don't know why I'm laughing, but that's just the truth. And I want to talk about this because some of us don't have. What you can do is you can put your work address. You can put your church address. You can put your father's work address, your mother's work address, your brother. Just make sure you have a working address. That's all that matters. It must not match with your name. Okay? And then you put the postal code. You can put even a friend's address. Any address that is working that you have. Put it here. So you just have to fill the city, the postal code, the city and country, and then your native language. It's fine. When you look at this option, you realize that those from Cameroon, we don't have our local languages here. So you can just put English anyways. But if yours is here, if for example, I'm from, let's say, I'm from Bangladesh and I speak Bengali or Bangla, then I will choose it, okay? Now we're talking about the tuition fee. This is very important. So you read about the documents you have. I do not have any of the below, or I have a type A continuous resident permit in Finland issued for study. So read it. Which of these do you have? Do you have a continuous permit, like for those of you living in Finland? Do you have a residence permit card? Do you have EU family members residence permit card? If you have any of these, then you can click it. But if you don't have, this is what you should click. You don't have any of this. So that way they will ask for a copy of your passport. So which means you're eligible to pay fees. So they will tell you, based on the information you have provided, you do not have any documents that exempt you from paying the application fee. So you have to pay your 100 euros and you're eligible to pay fees as well. Okay, so you upload here, upload attachment, you upload your passport. Consent for electronic communication, yes, they can communicate with you. My contact information can be given to third parties, yes. Your contact language now, you have to choose one of these three. So English should be your contact language, which means if they want to send you an email concerning your application, like you prefer English or Finnish or Swedish, so English should be your choice. So now we are talking about your educational background. So if you've completed a bachelor's degree or a master's degree, you choose one of those. If you only have an upper secondary education completed outside of Finland, then you click this. And then they will ask you to put the year of completion, the degree, the educational institution, country of completion, okay? If I have this and I also have, let's say, a bachelor's degree, okay, completed outside of Finland, I'll click here and they will ask me to put it as well. So you fill in the information. Okay, have you completed general upper secondary education or a vocational qualification? This is mandatory because this is one of the eligibility criteria for you to study in a University of Applied Science. So yes, and then they will tell you country of completion. Where did you complete it? You write it. Have you completed a university or University of Applied Science degree in Finland before? It's no if you've never moved in Finland. Now, remember there are program-specific criteria. That's why they are telling you, yes, say, on the basis of your educational background, you might not be eligible to the program you have chosen. Please check the admission criteria for the programs. So if you look at this program, this particular one, require you to have something. Maybe you must have studied in Finland before. So that is why. What you can do is you just go back to modify your study programs. It will take you to the programs and you remove this one. If you don't want wahala, you can change it. All right. So these are for students under the age of 18. This is different. And now the certificate-based selection method. There are universities that consider that as their selection method. Language requirements, they will tell you more about it. So they will ask you, do you have the required English language skills for the degree program? So if I put yes, I have my proof of the language, then they will ask you to choose this. Is it IELTS? Is it UKV? Is it Cambridge? Is it upper secondary education that provide eligibility for higher studies in the awarding country? So these are the different countries, European countries. If you are from there, fine. Higher education degree completed in English in the European country, they will tell you. You also have the IB. If you study in an IB school, you can select that option. Okay. All right. So the international UAS exam also, they have their own requirements that they will ask you. So you have this PIN code that you must put. This is important because this is the same PIN code they will ask you this PIN code when you are registering for the international UAS exam. So make sure your PIN code, it's something that you can remember, easily remember. And you can, when you write it here, write it somewhere and keep, so that when it's time to use it, you'll not be like, oh, I forgot my PIN, please. Now, this is UAS exam asking you again for your document, your passport. So you have to upload it here. And if the passport or ID card number contains letter, write them in uppercase here. So there is a program that wants you to have the SAT test that maybe I must have chosen. Not all the, that's why I say it is very important to go through the programs and know their selection method. Okay. So you can choose here. If you have this option, if it shows, it means that obviously you have a program there. So if I choose no, I think they'll tell me that maybe I cannot apply to one of the programs. Or if there isn't, like here they say that show study program. So there's one study program that uses this method. Graduation date of an upper secondary level degree. So there's a program, 4 of the programs want, like they require that you must have completed upper secondary education. So they'll ask you the date and year of completion, you fill it here. And then Hagahelia, they have their own. So that to be eligible, at least your higher education degree or work experience should be 2 years. So it means that for you, let me show you the program. For you to be eligible to study a master's degree in Hagahelia, you must have 2 years of work experience. So that is why you must select your programs diligently. Please. And there's no problem. When you come here and you feel like, oh, this is too much for me, I don't have these 2 years, go back and remove this program, replace it with another one. Okay. All right. So you see, they also want, or if you don't have that, then you must write the GMAT and all the likes. So because of that, they want you to, you have an advanced assignment also. They require you to have a CV. So this one is not, it doesn't affect all the application or the programs. So it depends on the program you choose. Make sure you choose your programs wisely. Okay, so you can see now, Satakunta University also, they require you to have this criteria. So admission criteria, you can read more here. And are you applying with the help of an education agency or consultant? Okay, if you want to, so please note that this question is for reporting purposes only, and your answer has no influence on the admission. So it doesn't mean that if you are using one of their consultants, or they will take you, or because some agency they tell you, we'll put our name, or put our name there, they will know that it's us. No, it doesn't affect your application. They just want to, this one is just mere statistics. Okay. So if you say yes, then you have to put the name. So for example, these are the different education agencies that are in Finland. So you can see them. There are so many of them. Those are they are affiliated to different universities here in Finland. They are not basically in Finland. Some of them are abroad. So you can look at this different and you can choose them. So maybe one of the agencies, they are working for a particular university and you apply to that university and you put their name there, it will give them like, I don't know, or whatever. So if you feel like, okay, none of these people help me. So if you say order, please, you can write up Emilia, I'm the one helping you. But it's not, it doesn't really matter anyways, if you want to. But if you don't want to go through the hustle, just put no. You're applying by yourself. I love it, no, because you are doing your work, okay? You take your credit. All right, so when you're done filling, what will happen is when you I've not filled everything. So when you fill everything, you go to preview and then you submit your application. This, you can't click here because you still need to fill more you are not done filling the application form, but once you're done, you submit here, and they will send you an email telling you that they received your application. And in order for you to edit your application, they'll send you a link. They'll send a link to your email, and when you click on that link, it will take you to the application form, and you'll be able to edit it. You are able to edit your application form during the application period. So between 1st of September to 11th of September. After that, you will not be able to submit to edit your application, but you'll be able to submit attachments. Remember. Okay, so I really hope this was helpful to you. I've been talking, my head, my head is burning. I hope this was helpful to you. If there's something that you feel like, oh, this is not clear enough, leave it in the comment section, okay? I'll do it to reply to you. And I wish you all the best in the application process. And I hope that your efforts will not go in vain. Amen. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Please do it to like this video, subscribe if you're new here, share it with your friends that are struggling on how to go about this application thing. It will be of great help to them. Okay. Thank you so much, and see you when next you see me. Bye. All right.